Good morning and welcome to episode number 392 of Simplifying Live with me, Shashank Nigam, your host and the CEO of Simplifying. When I was learning public speaking and when I was a new speaker, I once had the chance to have breakfast at South by Southwest in 2011 with a person called Nick Morgan. Dr. Nick Morgan had written a few books on giving a speech and changing the world. I was deeply impacted on how powerful speaking can be, and public speaking can have an impact on people's lives, and I wanted to learn. But in the early days of Simplifying, all I could afford was a breakfast with Dr. Nick Morgan. Many years later, almost 8 years later, I could finally afford to work with him as my speaking coach. When I went to learn with Nick in Boston, I was pleasantly surprised. On one of the afternoons, he took me to a cathedral in Boston, the chapel. That's right, where you go to pray on Sundays very often. He took me there and he said, Shashank, this is where you should practice. I said, okay. And he taught me the rules of the journey, of the eye, of the body language, the rules of engaging with audience. And at that time, it was only him in the audience and tons of empty seats, hundreds of empty seats. He taught me to make a connection with the audience. He taught me the impact of eye contact. It was fascinating learning. But what's interesting is that while all of these rules are so important when it comes to public speaking and individual, real person human interaction, this often goes missing in today's day and age when most of the communication is virtual. Bring in Dr. Nick Morgan's new book. Can you hear me? I flipped through it, received the advance copy just recently. I flipped through it and I was very impressed. Because this is an extremely timely book by Nick where he dives into very specific challenges that we have communicating virtually on Skype, Zoom, conference calls, emails,